Yeah, Mike Scott, Chicago. Only way to keep calm is troubled worlds have a spring mind. This guy here recognized my face. He said, "I know you." He recognized me we from Finger High School, and introduce yourself.
My name is Landon.
Landon. And we talking about Landon come from Finger High School. He knows some of the guys I knew. Big man, you know, he's the bodyguard. He's the bouncer of the dungeon. He knows the guys Chris Moore, me and him fought at Finger High School. And he said Chris Moore was doing this a long time.
Yeah, for murder.
For murder, yeah. So me and this, you know, Huey the Mac, all them guys I know with him. So he's a guy from the South Side. He used to shoot dice and stuff like that. And how did you go from carrying 2 guns to being a dope dealer to recovery day?
Man, only God. You know? So yeah.
So when did you get into the lifestyle?
Actually, like 11 years old, I jumped off the porch early. You know, joined the gangs, Pee Wee. You know, I was a Pee Wee gang member.
Now, what was your name on the streets back in the day?
I used to call me Santino, and so I abandoned that name. I eradicated that name, and they gave me the name Gangster Crip. You know, so yeah.
So when you started getting caught up in the lifestyle? Because you remember Slick Rick, the guy.
Oh yeah. So I really got caught up in the lifestyle like 13 years old. I became the gang chief. I had an area from 111 to 115 from the tracks to the tracks. I had guys way older than me I was their chief. You know, I was their gang leader. You know, not to brag about none of that. That's just something that happened, you know?
Part of lifestyle. So you selling dope and stuff like that? Because we know that we said Chicago's #1 city today is selling marijuana business. And you remember the guy at Finger High School? I went to Finger High School. One of the guys, and you remember Philip Gano?
Yeah,
He got shot in a dice game and left the hospital and died. But we had a guy at Finger High School who was selling marijuana. He got murdered and tortured, right?
Yeah.
So we talking about the lifestyle,
right?
So you was and you said, what about and we don't carry guns today, you know, it's about peace and day. How did God change your life from carrying 2 guns? You say you was a dope dealer?
Yeah, well, it started when I woke up in the penitentiary.
How many times you been in penitentiary?
I've been to the penitentiary on 4 different occasions, not no violation, 4 different times that I had wanted to live in the penitentiary.
So you got more comfortable in life in the penitentiary than out here?
No, but I didn't have no problem going to jail or prison, you know? I didn't have no problem. If I got killed, that was okay. I was okay with that too, but now I want to live. I don't want to die. I'm ready to live. So I'm on a new beginning, you know?
Yeah, I'm glad to see this guy. Like I said, he recognized me because, like, you know, I'm from 10 neighborhoods on the south side. Like, I live in Eden Grange, you know. My grandfather stayed in All Good Gardens. But didn't nobody know your face from when you walk from Eden Grange, didn't like All Good Gardens. So you got to know somebody. So he come in recovery, and he saw me, and that's how we reach people. Somebody got to see a familiar face, you know. And it's cool to be a square to Slow Lane's Best Lane. And I talk to this guy every day, and he's helping our community because nowadays you got a lot of advice you got to give the young guys about the lifestyle, you know, because we know thinking got to change for our life to change. What you got for the young guys?
I got to tell you, don't nobody win in the game but the game, you know. You got an opportunity. I ain't no Malcolm X or Martin Luther King. You know, I'm not that active, but I can. I lost my son. I lost a son. You know, to the lifestyle, to that madness. You know, you're not gonna retire. Don't think you're gonna retire and be rich and famous and all that stuff. Want to live like me. You know, I can identify because I didn't mind if I got killed at 13 and so on. So when God saved me to use me because I'm 62 years old now. And
he said you can't get he said can't get Social Security now because it ain't no benefits in the lifestyle.
Yeah,
and now he used to box in the penitentiary. Now he could box.
Yeah, I'm a boxer. Yeah, you know, I could have been on TV heavyweight champion of the world, whatever weight class, whatever. I was that good, not bragging or boasting, but I was that good. I met the heavyweight champion of the world, Ernie Terrell. I was fighting and he come down the street. I was fighting on his block, 111 Parnell.
He's alderman over there too.
Yeah. And he jumped out of his car, got like 6'6" or something, and I'm like 4'8", and he telling me lead. I done beat the guy up enough, like the movie Life. He done had enough, but I didn't have no cutoff switch, you know.
So what was all your names you said you had? You said you had how many?
Well, from the little kid, it was Mud Pie. And people, if you know me, you really know me, you can call me Mud Pie. But then I went to Santino from The Godfather, right? And I fitted that name, you know. And then that name get me in trouble. But I'm not.
That's what we talk. That's what we talking about today. Paul for the penitentiary. But you got a message because he's helping people, these young people. Because nowadays they shooting and gambling and robbing and on the CTA train. Right. So we need people like this. With the CTA needs some people like this walking around from the streets that gonna tell these young guys to get out that seat and let the lady sit down and put them weapons down. Because wisdom, she's thinking wisdom is better than weapons of war. So go ahead now.
Yeah, so I thought I was somebody. They called me Gangster Crip, you know.
Okay.
I'm from Roseland. Born in Inglewood, grew up in Roseland. Running the high school at a real early age. I wasn't even in high school, and I'm running the high school.
Now we got that Dunkin' Donut place in Roseland. You gave them protection, remember?
Yeah.
Remember, because they was on TV last week.
Yeah.
The old-fashioned donut place on Michigan. They're still making them donuts by hand.
I guarantee you they remember me because I was going to the branch of Finger, which is Curtis on 115th Street, right? And so I'm a gang member, whatever. My gang and another gang was in there in the donut shop tearing it up. And I happened to come in, and the people was nice to me already, and I stopped it. Like I had some authority for both of them. They didn't do their respect, and I stopped it. Told me, no, not up in here. And they stopped, and the people offered me free food for life.
Yeah.
They told me anytime I come down, I eat many donuts I want, Polish fries, whatever. And then I used to always try to bring somebody with me, and they'll let them go, here and there. But yeah, I had a free membership to eat there for life behind that.
So he turned his bad and turned it to good. Now he's out here moving around here, and freedom comes from the thinking of mind. It's the lifestyle, the thinking has changed.
Yeah.
So what advice you got for the young people out here? Because see the wickedness of the high places, a lot of stuff going on. Like they the politicians are gang banging now. That's the biggest gang, like I said. They gang banging nonstop.
Man, anybody younger than me, young guys, I'm old enough to be your grandfather, whatever like that. Man, want to live, don't want to hurt nobody,
and read a book, right?
Yeah, read.
Because he read pretty good. He's a good reader too. He reads books. Educate the mind.
Even some of the gang stuff can help you. Look, listen, and learn. Dedication, discipline, determination, but use it in the right way. School. Remember that commercial? A man's a terrible thing to waste. It is. That's the truth.
And like they told you in grammar school, put your thinking cap on.
Yeah,
like playing chess. Life is a game of chess. That movie make a new label. So he's one of the guys from the hundreds from the Wild Wild West. The peace to come from God, past all understanding. Disneyland can't give it to you. They change words. They change words. To control you. And fear is a curse of word. Fear is everywhere. So this guy go from carrying 2 guns, and he know a lot of guys I knew that are Hewitt and Mac and them guys. A lot of people. Rip is in the grave. A lot of friends, a lot of guys I came up with is dead and gone. See the company they keep, they determine the trouble you meet.
Right. I gotta, rest in peace to CJ, Craig Jackson, Joe Gunn, these guys. I grew up with pimp players and hustlers too, not against all gangbang, and I used to mimic the Mac, right?
You wanted to be the Mac?
Yeah, I was Goldie. Goldie wasn't Goldie. I was Goldie, Superfly, the list goes on, even a little Bruce Lee, But yeah, I don't got to mimic nobody could be me today.
And one of the spiritual things about Kung Fu, as you watch it, I watched the 16 because I was in Korea. I like throwing kicks for Korean karate, but he didn't want money. He worked for food and shelter. And you said sometimes people make money their gods.
Yeah.
Money. That's why legalizing of gambling is about money, greed. So take a food, put it in a mask, and steal a food. So he went from the penitentiary. Now he's out here in recovery. He's got a big name in the streets, but he's trying. Like I say, the CTA needs guys like this walking around. So your CTA, you need guys like this to walk around and train and educate these young guys, the gang affiliated that how he can change and they can change.
Let me say this. My baby boy, he was a junior, right?
Yeah.
And I used to tell him, man, if you lucky, you gonna go to the penitentiary. And my family and friends get mad. Why you tell that boy that? Because I knew what it is. If you get lucky, now remember I'm saying if he get lucky, son, I'm telling my son face, if you get lucky, man, you can go to the penitentiary. Not like me. See,
well, you say your mother didn't think he's gonna make it to 16,
no,
13 years,
yeah,
right?
13, man.
Yeah.
My mama couldn't believe her baby boy made 13. Then I made 16, and she cried all day through me at parties. Oh, my son made 16. But I tried to convince her that don't worry about that. I got the streets on lock. Ain't nothing gonna happen to me. What the guy in the movie say? King Kong ain't got nothing on me, but I thought I was Superman. You know, can't nothing happen.
So the streets ain't your friends, right?
Nah,
The street ain't your friend.
You know, and you don't want to do some of the things I did, like growing up in IDOC. That's called Illinois Department of Correction. So when first time I went in the jail, they called me Lil G. Mm-hmm. Then I got out and come back, and they called me G. Then I went out and come back, and they called me OG. Then I go out and come back, they call me Papa G. And then it went to double OG to triple OG. Now, hey man, and retirement didn't give me nothing. Guess like ain't no retirement from the lifestyle. Oh, now I retired. I put 50 years in, so here go my gold watch and nothing. No. Thank God that I'm alive.
Yeah,
that's the retirement I get to help somebody else, and I hope I can help somebody else. If I say anything to any young person, black, white, Mexican, or whatever, you watching this here, you don't have to go through none of the things that I went through.
Cause they wanted you to do an interview about back in the day about a documentary about.
Yeah, documentary. Because I knew gang literature very, very well. I don't know rap songs, but I remember all the gang.
Well, Snoop Dogg can't help you in the streets. You gotta read stuff like
Plato
and Aristotle. You got the Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, like I read all the Donna Goin books, Horse, So yeah, man.
So now he's reading spiritual books.
Yeah.
I talked to this guy, and he's a role model. Like I say, his life, his dark past has changed and helping a lot of
miracle. You looking at it. If you believe in miracles, like the song say, I'm one.
And his best friend got murdered back in Finger High School.
And you don't gotta read the book. I might be the only book you read, right? So I'm not making nothing up, and I don't have no reason to do that or whatever.
So what's your name now? Because what's your name now?
My name is Landon. That's the name my mama gave me.
That's his name. So he's not using the street names.
Right. I had to remember my name because if somebody asked me my name, I was, this, that, and that, right?
Yeah. So Mike Scott, I'm down here, one of the guys from Finger High School, because we had our own street stars too. Yeah. Finger High School. He's in recovery. Like I say, he saw me some months ago. He recognized me because I used to, had the gangster white wall ties on, lean to the side.
That's true.
And my life has changed. So I'm glad to be here to reach guys like that, because somebody got to see a familiar face. Like I said, when you walk down, when you went to Allgirl Gardens, and you from Eaton Greens, and nobody know you couldn't go through there, walk around. It's like, so, yeah, it's cool to be a square. Slow Lane is the best name. Mike Scott, Chicago.